Yeah, so it wasn't like I was so certain that I was leaving the house. It was just, I knew what I had outside, like my team outside. And I don't think they let me down. I just feel like, I think now that I've come out and I've seen stuff, it is what it is. Like everyone just thought, oh, she wasn't going anywhere. People are voting for her. But anyway, in the house, that whole week of nomination, I was not myself. I don't know if it showed, if people could see it. I was literally all over the place. I didn't want to go. I felt like I wasn't ready. And then the actual eviction day, I was just like, baby girl, you're not even going anywhere. I don't know where I got this strength from. You know, I said a prayer, made a prayer or whatever. And I felt I wasn't going anywhere. But lo and behold, Ibuka surprised me.
Maria, please leave the Big Brother house.
Actually, I don't know what you guys were seeing, but I was having the time of my life. Mental health, pressure, no pressure whatsoever. The only week I actually had pressure was the last week I was there. But from the whole task of being a wild card, from the whole task of being a head of house, we were bored in the house, so I actually needed to do stuff. So the whole time Biggie calling me, do this, do that, I was happy to do that. Yeah, so it wasn't stressful whatsoever. The only last week I felt like this is longing out too much. It felt like the same thing because no one was leaving. We're still the amount of people. So in my head, mentally, I was just thinking, am I going to live with these people forever? Like I need to go back to my real world. You know what I mean? So it was like no one was leaving, and I felt like the more they left, the game would have switched and changed. So it was like platonic. We were still playing the same thing. I wanted something new. So I was becoming very tired, exhausted from the same thing, and obviously I was missing home a lot. And then I felt that last week with my strikes, everything, I just felt like I let myself down. You know, I am mischievous, but not like a bad person. I do understand that I'm a mischievous person. So that whole take off your mic thing, I felt like I let myself down. Take that out. Take that out. I don't know, I think I took on this persona because I wasn't even drunk. We did drink because it was a party night. We didn't drink, but I didn't drink a lot that night. I was just fine. I really don't know. Something just came inside of me and like I decided to be this different person, and I was that person. And I felt so brave and so courageous, and I said to Pere, take off your mic. But I regret all of that, and I do deserve the whole punishment. Initially, I was in my feelings when I got punished. This was like, I don't deserve this. But when I really understood what I had done and what the show is about, and the show not being able to listen to what I said, if they had spared me, that means anyone can do that. So I deserved my punishment. Honestly, I don't care. I can't control what people think. I can't control what they accept to believe. I would just keep being myself. If that whole, you know, that the whole world, like the whole nation not knowing what I actually really said to him, I mean, he's yet to come out. Because in the house, I did ask him a lot of times because I was actually confused. I wanted to know what I said. I mean, me and Pere talk a lot. I can't tell you what we talk about half of the times that we talk unless I watch the show. So that particular night, because it was a week later, the party was on Saturday. This was nomination day, Sunday or Monday, that Biggie played that. How am I supposed to remember what I said to Pere on Saturday night when I was maybe slightly intoxicated and we've had a whole week of frustration? I don't remember what I said to him. Apparently he does, so whatever he says, I guess we'll go. But if the public want to believe because I'm claiming amnesia, I don't remember stuff, to believe whatever story Pere is putting out there, I'm 100% okay with that. I mean, people who know me and love me, and I'm just more bothered about my family and my close friends knowing what the actual truth is, and I do believe they believe me. About anyone else, they can run with it. I don't really care. Okay, Pere. I think that's you guys' perception and what you watched. No one that was watching the show was in my head. Pere did not influence my feelings towards White. What a lot of people didn't see, or maybe did see, I'm not sure. Whitemoney actually liked me a lot. I used to have conversations, not uncomfortable that much. I liked White in a different way, you know, where Igbo I love him, like he's funny, I vibe with him, but he liked me in a different light. And I didn't understand that till a little bit later. So when I understood that, I didn't like him like that, in that way, like, you know, a love interest. So I didn't want to like lead anyone on or like pump it up. I was withdrawing myself. And to the assumption that Pere put all of these things in my head, he did not. It was not Pere. The day that Pere told me his decision to take White out of the kitchen, I'd already thought about it, like, because I wanted White to be part of the whole house. He was literally cooking for us 24/7, morning, afternoon, night, every single day, which made him never really participate when we were bored, not doing anything and having fights or arguments or getting to know each other's lives. White was never there. He was only there for like, you know, tasks, you know, games sometimes at night, not even all the time. He would sleep. I wanted him to be part of us so, you know, he could have issues or interactions, fights, good stuff, you know, anything. I'm actually a very hard person to like try and penetrate. And like a lot of people said, oh, like, you know, I was jumping from like one friend to like, for me, it's the whole game. Like, Liquor Rose was stuck at some point with Emmanuel all the time, 24/7. I don't want to be like a third wheel, like, you know, I let her do her thing. Me and Peace then got a new friendship and I started liking it. But Nini had always been in the picture because Nini had my back. Every time people would want to like say, oh, Maria, she'd be like, oh, Maria, no, you guys have to understand. You know, she always had my back and I loved her for that. And the times that I didn't want to constantly speak to Pere, that I was upset with him, me and Peace always had a great friendship, but not a very close one. So I think the last 2 weeks of my stay in the house, we became a lot closer because Pere was constantly doing stuff to annoy me and I was trying to get away from him. So I never saw myself jumping from one friend to another. Pere's an actor. I mean, he's an actor in real life.
You don't believe that?
I don't care. Coming out and seeing what I'm like, you can't like a girl and you say to your boys, a girl you genuinely like, and that you apparently love. Let me just stop using like. Pere told me countless of times that he loved me and he meant it. But let's just say, for instance, you apparently love me and you can't even love a girl in that short period. He doesn't know me. Like, he literally knows nothing about my life. So he was saying to his boys, oh yeah, Maria's a no-go area. I better go and look for who else I can sleep with because apparently I was a no-go area to him. I only watched loads of those clips outside of the house. I never knew about this in the house. You also go in groups telling people you did something which you never did with me. What are you doing? Like, you don't like me. You actually is the opposite. You actually really are trying to tarnish my image and like, you must dislike me because everything I said about Pere, I said to his face, maybe in different intervals, but whatever I said upstairs in the executive lounge all at once were things I've told Pere to his face before. I don't like you. Stop to like, I like you as a friend, but I don't like you in the manner that you like me. I've told him so many times. I told him that we were never going to date. So all the things I allegedly gossiped upstairs, I said to his face. So, yeah. No, not at all. The reason I kept my relationship private going into the house, even my family relationship as well, like who my, you know, things I've been through, struggles, happy times, my whole childhood. I mean, I spoke on certain things, but not everything because my life involves other people. And my family, we are very private. I don't want to drag them into this so-called limelight I'm trying to introduce myself to. It's not on them and it's not fair. So the same relationship thing, a very private person, is not in my place to do so. So going into the house, we both agreed and he was happy with that I go in as single. Plus I thought the production team during the interviews might think, okay, she's in a relationship, what's the point? She's not going to be fun. So I just personally withheld that information about myself. But in the house, I had to then say it because Pere was really persistent with me. And like, he felt like I didn't like him. So I had to say, I like you as a friend, but relationship-wise, I don't. Yeah, so like basically at the end of the day, it is what it is. I mean, I did explain to Pere that I had stuff outside of the house and I was never going to trade that for not being sure about him. And it's not even about just not being sure about him. I actually just genuinely liked Pere as a friend. Pere's just not my type. I'm sure he's so many people's type. He's a good looking guy, but he's just not my type. And I wish him the best. Completely, like, for me, it's not about keeping friends. Okay, I'll put it this way. Basically, because of the way me and Pere's friendship started, obviously he was interested in me in a romantic way, not a friendly way. And it would be very disrespectful to whoever I'm with. Like, me and Pere will never have that friendship because it's been initiated that he likes me in a romantic way. So like hanging out, I just don't know how it's gonna be. Like, I can't just say to my boyfriend, oh, I'm going out to go and hang out with Pere. Knowing there's a love interest there is wrong and disrespectful on all grounds. So that's number one. Number two, when you're being treated a certain way for the first time, if you're actually sensible, you would respect yourself and let go of whatever friendship it is. I mean, we haven't had like a long 15 years of friendship that you would say, oh, forgive certain new behaviours. This is just barely someone I know that I've only been in a crowded house that I don't know what he's saying behind my back for maybe 5-6 weeks. It's not that serious. I would let go of the friendship just for my mental health sake and peace sake. I love my peace and I wouldn't want, bad blood or negative vibes, interfering in that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not everyone in life that you would like, and that's only natural. But the irony of this is I actually did like certain parts to Angel, a lot of it. And at the end of the day, we are all individually different. I like what I like, she likes what she likes. I never for one second tarnished Angel's sexuality or how bold she was into. My thing was, you're on a TV show, and maybe it's just me minding my DAMN business, You're on a TV show, my persona, and maybe every other housemate's persona. I mean, the thing with the people in the house and the thing with the public, maybe 90% of the public as well, if they were living in that house with me, I'm sure they would have probably frowned upon, but maybe not had the courage to speak on it. But that was just me. Like, there's just certain things you would reserve. You were pursuing a friendship or relationship with Sammy, who adored this girl and still adores her. But, it would be boring that we're having truth or dare games and, you don't actually do the dares or the truths. But it's the mannerism at which you do it. How you, and everyone's different. And, you're supposed, your guy or whatever you guys are, and you do know this boy likes you, and that's none of your problem. But it was just, I don't know, at the end of the day, it's her call. But I never had anything against Angel, and the whole perception of me calling her a prostitute was a false information. I never called Angel a prostitute. My words were, if that's the way Michael saw Angel, because Michael did say something about Angel's game in a whisper game, and when Peace had brought it up in the executive lounge, I had said, yeah, like when she said, oh, it's so demeaning that, these are my own words, but in the summary of what Peace was saying, so demeaning that Michael would say her vagina, whatever was the smelliest, when they had asked him to go to the person that he felt had the smelliest vagina. So obviously, like, me then saying, well, for him to even say that, that's wrong of him. Like, he doesn't even know her. They've never been in that intimate position for him to say that. It's weird that he sees her that way. It's like he thinks she's a prostitute. I can't remember my exact words, but this was what was leading to what I was meaning to say. And everyone obviously took it in a different light. And that's fine, because everyone has their perception of how they understand people's tones or, yeah. But I don't think that of Angel. She hasn't shown me that in the house. I mean, her being loose, doing whatever she wants to do is on her. But that's about it. No, because it's none of my business, but the ones I was bold enough to say, I said it to her face. Again, like before you asked me the question, I said, I don't care about her sexuality, because if I did, and if it bothered me, I would have told her. But it didn't bother me. At the end of the day, we were 22 people in the house. What I meant being bold enough was I had different issues with Angel. Like when I was head of house, she was very disrespectful to the whole house and myself. There were so many briefings. I would constantly walk back into the room to beg, Angel, please, because I can't carry on the briefing without her. You know, the housemates are in the lounge waiting for her, shouting, "Angel, Angel." It's frustrating, it's rude to the rest of the house, not just myself, because I'm sure if that was Biggie who made an announcement for her to go to the diary room, or she would straight away get up. So why is it because we're housemates you can't respect the task that Biggie has given me to deliver? And not only that, you know, we'll be in certain tasks and Angel would be like, "Oh, I'm so sleepy, I have to sleep because I have ulcer and I'm feeling weak." I've never had ulcer, I don't know what it feels like, so I'd respect that. But it was like, it only happened when there was, in her own terms, but when there was fun stuff to do, she, like, it's so many observations that we lived with this person in the house, or rather should I say, because I'm the one speaking on it, I lived with this person in the house, I saw what I saw, and I have every right to my opinions and my feelings. And those things I actually said to her, so that's what I meant by bold enough. But her kissing other people or whatever, I used to say that to her, like jokingly, I'll be like, "Yeah, but Sammy's here and you literally just kiss everyone whenever you want," sort of thing. So that was never me hiding, or like the perception of me being this horrible, mean person. But it's like I said it to their faces, meaning what I meant. So why is it, well, I just don't understand why I'm being dragged. And likewise, you know, we're not perfect. I'm sure I have certain character traits that people might not like. I would love for them to tell me, "Don't keep it, because if you let me be, I'm just going to carry on. So tell me what I do wrong. And if I deem it fit that I'm wrong, I'll apologize and, like, you know, re-strategize or be different. But if I feel like, no, I don't actually think I'm wrong, I'll probably either avoid you so I don't repeat myself and you keep getting upset." But yeah. Coming out in the house, I didn't even realize all of this, like that viewers would be thinking or seeing this part, because I know how I played in the house. I actually have so much love for, like, almost everyone in the house, even those people that I didn't have a true connection, not true connection, like, it's not everybody you can vibe with. So people like Yusuf and Yerins, when he was in the house, we tried so much to connect and we couldn't. So those ones you can't force, but every other person in that house I actually had genuine love for, some a little bit more because, you know, you get closer to them. So if the viewers saw what they saw and felt a certain way, I don't think that spoilt my game at all, just because when I then came out of the house, I'm actually shocked. I haven't actually still, you know, soaked into the whole love that I'm getting. It's surreal, like it doesn't feel real to me yet. So no, I don't think so, because in life, honestly, not everyone would like you. And if you keep going, you want everyone to like you. You failed in life already. So I'm very much happy with most people not liking me. I don't know them, but I do send love to them, and that's okay. Crust, I will, oh my God, that's one friendship I actually want to keep out of the house, like properly. Me and Crust have this connection. Crust is silly, and I have such a silly side to me that our silly side matches. Every Saturday night party, Crust would bring out this animalistic behavior out of me. Like when he dances around me, I feel like this great circus dancer. Like Crust and I, we have such a vibe. Attraction, it's something to admire someone and not be attracted to them. I mean, I could see a very beautiful girl. I'm not a lesbian, but I could see a very beautiful girl and I'd stare at her like, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful." But I don't want to sexually or romantically be with her, never. So with Cross, he had such a great buddy. I don't know if you guys saw, you know, sometimes during the games, he is so hot, body-wise and facially, but there's no romantic attraction there. So yeah, that's for Cross. But no, I didn't have a crush on him, but I was just admiring God's, you know. Okay, so when Biggie told me about the eviction one, when I was head of house, he actually just said, you know, with being Biggie's little helper, you're gonna get a reward. I actually thought it was gonna be immunity. So what I got was 500 of BBNaija, which I shared to Peace and Liquor Rose, including my other BBNairas that I had. And a BBNaija has no value outside of the house, so I didn't win anything. My wild card, I didn't win anything. All I got was the wins that we got in groups from the task, which I don't remember how much we got in total, but I didn't, my personal task, 0. No, she could not save me. Oh my God, did you guys not watch it? she was not allowed to save me. Yeah, so when Biggie striked me, he also said no veto power could save me for the next 2 weeks. I was banned from immunity, I was banned from the head of house games, and no veto power. Oh my God, if she never saved me, I would have killed her on the show, like physically killed her. No, she could not say, no, I was not upset whatsoever. She couldn't save me. She could, it was above, yeah. You really want me to say that? Yeah, I mean, when I was in the house and coming out from the house was totally different. So in regards to Liquor Rose and Emmanuel, when I was in the house, I felt like Liquor liked him. I wasn't sure about Emmanuel just because Emmanuel, I would see Emmanuel flirt a lot with different people, including myself. But then when I think about it, I'm a natural flirt myself, but I didn't particularly mean anything I was doing with any of the guys. But because I didn't have a relationship in the house, so for me to flirt with other people in my head would be acceptable because I wasn't in any ship. But for him, it was kind of obvious. They were saying, you know, we're trying to be a thing. They didn't establish, oh, we're boyfriend and girlfriend, because I think Liquor was always pushing him away when he would ask, oh, what are we? And, you know, she'd say nothing, sort of thing, even though she liked him. So for me, I felt in the house, I even questioned Emmanuel so many times. I sat him down, I was like, come on, this is my girl. Like, what are you doing? And, you know, he actually corrected me one day saying, you know, people are different. I take things slow because I've been hurt. He was saying he takes things slow because he's been hurt so many times and he doesn't want to make a fool of himself because, first of all, we're on national TV. So he's really getting to know her, but he does like her, but he doesn't, because I asked him about his statement the day Booker had asked him something. I said, that was very political of you and I didn't like that because I felt you disrespected my friend. And he kept saying, why is everyone saying this? Because even Liquor felt some type of way, but what was he supposed to say? This is who he is. And I understood him, you know, and it's only fair that you ask people before you assume. So that's why I asked him, because she's my friend and I have so much interest in her. You know, he said that. I said, okay, I'm watching you, you know, X, Y, Z. But coming out of the house and I'm hearing he's been crushing on her for so many years. And I saw certain clips that I wasn't aware of because, again, I can't be everywhere at the same time. I think he really likes her. So their relationship, I at least 80% think it's real. Nene and Saga, I know Saga is crazy about Nene. I know Nene has a great thing going outside of the house. I don't think they're gonna be anything, ever. And that's gonna hurt Saga, because he's crazy about her. I don't know. I don't think it's real. Yeah, I'm not going to go details into it. I just don't think it's real from both parties. I just don't think it's real. I hated that I wasn't getting enough protein. As you can see, I've lost so much weight. I'm skinny and I don't like it. They were giving us protein, but I think we were so many in the house that it could not be contributed properly. I was eating a lot of carbs. So my weight was going into carby places like my face and my Kristen modern hand, but like other places I lost a lot of weight, so I disliked that I couldn't eat what I wanted when I wanted to. But then it's not my fat ass house, so I have to respect that. I enjoyed a lot in the house. I enjoyed all our tasks because half of the times we were bored. It's like Biggie used to read our minds. As soon as he sees that I'm about to sleep, would the head of house please come to the diary room? And I know it's a task that's about to be given. So I liked all of our tasks because they were very indulging and actually very educative. I learned a lot of stuff. What else did I not like? I hated to share the bathroom with everyone, but I had to do it. So that's it. My favorite in the house, my favorite. I'm only gonna say this because it was in the house and the moment, Pere, because my friendship with him in the house before I came out to see so many things. Actually, my friendship with him too was the last week, because last week was when we were going back and forth with this whole thing he brought up. I would say Pere, because I actually I thought we were friends and I had a lot of confidential talks with him and I confided in him on a lot of stuff. So Pere. Oh, really? Because I absolutely have nothing against that girl. And the day that I actually put her up for eviction, my eviction, I mean, she came up anyway because I guess a lot of people put her up. I was only being very logical because we never actually bonded. Like, you would put up your least favorite person or the person you think was a threat. I didn't see anyone in the house as a threat because the people I saw as my friends, like Liquor Rose, I also wanted in the finals with me because at some point I was thinking maybe, hopefully I can get to the finals. You can only wish, right? So Liquor I loved, so I would never have put her up till maybe the finals where we have to then start putting each other up. Liquor I thought had a great personality. Why my issues for putting him up was different. But Queen, it wasn't anything personal. So that eviction, I didn't even think of her at all. But for the real eviction, I had to put her up because we never even had a one-on-one conversation. It was only 2 fights. So we don't know each other. So yes, I put her up. When that last week was when they started this friendship, and I said to their faces so many times the whole week, I said, I don't like this thing that people are doing, the both of you. I'm suspecting the both of you. Like, is it that strategy? Or I said, the show is about to end, or just be yourself. Don't use strategy to remove you. Like, I said it to them so many times. I was suspecting them. Their closeness, I thought, was because Boma was going around trying this strategy of trying to mingle with people that so they wouldn't, not romantically, but too friendly. He even tried it with me and I was playing along with him, but in my head I was like, just get out. If I want to call your name, I will call your name. This friendship is not going to stop me. So I felt like he was doing that a lot. So I felt he was trying to, because he used to come to me a lot and say, you know, like how you and Pere, you know Pere would never call you and Pere knows you'd never put him up. And then the same thing for him. He doesn't have that sort of thing in the house because the only person that he would have thought was Queen, and Queen doesn't like him anymore, blah, 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 because they had their thing. So Boma was really looking for someone that he would bond with. And so for him, it was I didn't see it coming, but I saw it that week. And he was just trying to play a game. But what I then saw now coming out of the house, I'm just like, oh, it's all a strategy. I feel like, because on the show, it's either they love you because you're a sweetheart, or people actually love you because you're actually bold enough to be an asshole. Excuse my French. So, you know, I feel like they're just doing that to get one or the other reaction to be relevant in the house, I think. Beautiful. Villain. Adorable. Intelligent. Annoying. Beautiful goddess. Angel. My best friend all in one bottle. I don't know. Indifferent. Lover boy. Angel.
Oh, Pere!
Oh my god, you're so annoying. White teeth. Big brother. Twister of the year. JMK. Indifferent. I barely knew her. My brother, but you stabbed me. I forgive you though. Hey guys, you're here with Maria Chike Benjamin's ex BBNaija season 6 Shine Your Eyes housemate. I'm here with Netng. Please follow. Mwah.